Hello guys, this is DJ Steers and welcome to my episode guide for Series 10 of Doctor Who. Now, they recently released every single episode title. I know I talked about this in Geek Show, but I'm doing a proper, in-depth sort of thing this time. You might notice that this video has been made differently, and that is because I've used my Kindle, and it's got new editing software and stuff like that, and it's got cameras on it, so that's why I'm using it. So the first episode, which is on Saturday the 15th, is called The Pilot, and the pilot, there's very little known about the first episode, in fact, which is quite stupid. But the Daleks should make an appearance in it. I don't know if they're the main villain or they're just going to appear once or twice. But I do know that Pearl Mackie is actually going to join the Doctor, and Nardole is also going to be a companion for this episode. Episode 2 is called Smile, which has emoji robots because everybody really loved them. And it's written by the same guy that wrote The Forest in the Night in Series 8. And actually, that wasn't a terrible episode, to be honest. Most people thought it was awful, but I didn't think it was that bad. It wasn't great, and it could definitely do with a lot of work and maybe a bit of script story changes, but it was alright. But it's going to guest star Ralph Little in this. Now, this talks about this sort of futuristic world when everybody uses emojis. So today, it's it's to do with a human settlement of human happiness. Oh, it's said to hold human happiness. So I think this is maybe taken as a bit of a campy episode, or even a bit of rubbish. The third episode is called Thin Ice, and this is the snake in the lake/Thames episode. That I think is going to be really good. It's written by the same person that wrote Face the Raven, and yeah, we should get better understanding of these episodes as the season goes on. The fourth episode is called Knock Knock. This is the episode that guest stars David Suchet. I'm gonna go with that. And this is to do with the wood lice that are killy, and they come out of walls in an old house/cottage. The fifth episode is called Oxygen, and the fifth episode to me sounds amazing. Now, I didn't realise this, I just knew the title. I knew very little about its description, and I actually saw some description about it, which I thought was brilliant. All but 4 of the crew have been murdered, and the dead are still walking. Right, so we're going to have some zombies in episode 5. It's a spaceship without people in that are dead. It's a ship without people because they've died of oxygen depriving. Episode 6 is called Extremist. Now, this episode is amazing. This is like the Dalek and... this is hoped to be the Dalek and Missy sort of thing that we've been hoping for since The Witch is Familiar, and it's to do with an online virus as well. And it's to do with the truth. Again, it is completely lost on me. So I'm not quite sure now about that Dalek Missy sort of thing. Maybe it might come up eventually. Episode 7 is called The Pyramid at the End of the World. Now, this is seen in the trailers, and I don't think this episode is going to be that interesting. I don't know what to think about this. This is the episode. These 3 episodes were the episodes that was said to be a 3-parter, and 6, 7, and 8 were said to be a 3-parter. But from these episodes that I've just read out, they don't seem to be connected in any way. Episode 8 was meant to be the 3rd part to this 3-parter, and This is the episode I think I'm most looking forward to. It's called The Lion and the Land. It's written by Toby Whitehouse, who wrote Under the Lake and Before the Flood of Series 9, which are probably one of my favourite episodes in that season. But there's been some very cool things walking around that they've taken photos of filming, and I think that kind of sold me when I saw that. I'm trying to move on quickly. The Empress of Mars is Mark Gatiss' new episode. Now this is about colonies on Mars of ice warriors, which I think was mentioned in Listen or Robots of Sherwood. It was mentioned in, yes, because I watched that episode recently and I was like, hang on a second, that's Series 9. That's Series 10. That's episode 9 of Series 10. And this is about a new kind of ice warrior. I think it's like a female ice warrior or something like that. Also seen in the trailers quite a lot, by the way. They really are hiding little surprises this time. The Eaters are Light. Now this episode seems quite cool. If I'm thinking about the right episode... No, I'm not. I got confused. Sorry. Episode 9, again. I'm talking about episode 9 again. Ice Warriors and Victorian soldiers are going to be fighting for this episode. The Eaters are Light. Now, yeah, this is the episode I'm going to be talking about. And it's to do with solving a mystery. There seems to be quite a few mysteries this time. This is to do with the mystery of people disappearing in Scotland. But it's going to be loaded like Doctor jokes about him being Scottish in there. World Enough and Time. World Enough and Time. That doesn't make any sense. But that is episode 11, and this is the two-parter. So this episode has The Master Return. It's directed by Rachel Tannen, written by Stephen Moffat, as you know, the endings generally are now. But this is to do with the Doctor discovering a new enemy, an old enemy coming back, which I think I've kind of got an idea of how these episodes are going to go, these final two. So this episode is going to be these Mondasian Cybermen coming out of that gate. Yeah, gate. Whoa, my room's just gone really dark. That gate that you see. This. That's going to really get really fun later. But there's a gate that you see in the trailer, and it's kind of shaking, and I think. This camera's awful. And that gate might have Mondasian Cybermen in it. I think that when they escape or get out, I think the episode will end. Episode 12, The Doctor Falls. Now, The Doctor Falls is the Mondasian Cybermen are on the rise. It's time for the Doctor to find... It's time for the Doctor's final battle. Yeah, this is about the Doctor actually going to fight these Mondasian Cybermen, and we already know that he's going to die or begin regeneration in these episodes. So, yeah. I should be doing what we know so far videos for each of these episodes before they arrive. Yeah, that's really all I can say. Thank you guys for watching. This has been DSGS. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you make sure you give it a like. Hopefully this editing sort of look just kind of works and doesn't look awful. Anyway, goodbye.